Welcome back to this new video on my channel, and today I'm gonna show you guys how to clean your bike in 1 to 2 hours really thoroughly. So what you see right here is a kind of bike washing station that I built in another video. I will probably upload that in a week or so. If you want to see how I built this bike washing station, you gotta watch. So for the 1 to 2 hour wash, I would recommend using some music, because otherwise it's gonna be really boring. So I'm gonna begin with hosing my bike down with some water. So if you've done that, you're gonna use some soapy water and a sponge. Again, from the cross bike cleaning video, I have a dirty sponge and a clean sponge. I'm gonna begin with the dirty sponge to get all the mud off, and then I'm gonna use the clean sponge to get my bike shiny. So then you're gonna hose your bike down with some clean water. And you're gonna do the same thing again. So you're gonna start with hosing it off, then you're gonna use the dirty sponge to do all the details and get all the mud off, and then you're gonna use the clean sponge to get your bike nice and shiny. So the next thing to do is degrease the drivetrain. So if you want to know how I do that exactly, you gotta watch another video how to clean your bike like a pro. I'm just gonna show what I use, and then if you want to know how I do it exactly, you need to go watch that video. So I use this brush, this kind of more like sturdy brush, to get all the loop off, and this kind of cassette cleaner to get within the spaces between the cassette. So that's really nice. Then I use this degreaser from Cyclone, and I use a glass to put the degreaser in. So now I've dried off my bike and my chain. So now I'm gonna grab a brush. So I'm gonna use this brush, it kind of has a space in between, and I'm gonna use it to clean my rotors. And the reason I do this after I've washed my whole bike and I've degreased my bike is because if there's degreaser on my disc, you don't want degreaser on your disc because it can get in the calipers. So you don't want degreaser in your calipers, so that's why I clean them, especially after I've degreased my drivetrain. So what I do, the space in between, I put it over the caliper, simply go around like that. So now I'm gonna kind of, they call it polish, but I'm gonna kind of put a protected layer on my bike. So one, it doesn't get that dirty, and two, it protects my paint. You always have to do this on a totally clean bike and a totally dry bike. So what I'm gonna do, I grab the polish, I shake it for a little, so my bike is totally dry, and I'm gonna put it on my frame. So I'm gonna use a towel, because if I just leave it like this or did a kind of cleaner spray and I didn't use a towel, it's just gonna collect a lot of dirt and everything. So you want to use a towel. Then you're gonna do the other side of the bike. Make sure not to grab your bike on the frame, because you've just polished it, and the polish needs to work in for about 10 to 20 minutes. So then you're just gonna get some fingers on your paint and you don't want it. So now I just have to lube my drivetrain, then I'm done. So what I'm gonna use wax, because it's the fastest, and the weather is gonna be dry today, so there's no rain, and then I use wax. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe.